Deportiva y con swing.
Deportiva y con swing.
La factoría del deporte desde New York para ti. Es una máquina.
Es una máquina
pensada para ti.
Pensada para ti. Número uno en las redes, dale like y compartir.
Con informaciones importantes siempre frescas.
Y con entrevistas que te ponen de cabeza.
Lo mejor del deporte lo encontrarás aquí.
Búscale en las redes, dale like y compartir.
Suscríbete,
ay sí,
infórmate.
Welcome to the beautiful borough of Brooklyn, BK, Barclays Center. This is really the preeminent East Coast venue for boxing, and this is the final press conference for García versus Benavídez. I'm Brian Custer, the host of SHOWTIME Championship Boxing, and on Saturday, SHOWTIME Championship Boxing, we're right back here, Barclays Center, bringing you a triple header of fights coming your way at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific time. You know, the relationship between Barclays Center, SHOWTIME, it's a special one. And for fans, it means electrifying nights of boxing. This will be SHOWTIME's second visit here to Barclays this year. You know, in May, we were here for the Tank Davis fight, and it broke records for attendance and the highest grossing boxing event ever here at Barclays Center. Barclays Center has hosted 40 boxing events. SHOWTIME has done more than half of those events. And we are expecting another packed house this coming Saturday because after 19 months away, the longest of his pro career, Danny Swift Garcia, or as he likes to say, the Danny Garcia Show is back. And you talk about memorable nights. Listen, he opened this venue back in 2012. It was also his SHOWTIME debut, as you might remember. This will be his 9th fight here at Barclays Center. And his first, though, at 154 pounds. His opponent, someone new to the division as well. He's the older brother of the two-time super middleweight champion of the world, José Benavídez Jr. The co-main, we got a battle of heavyweights, looking to take that step towards a championship opportunity. You have the Turkish slugger, Ali Eren Demirezen, taking on a man who has fought over half of his professional fights right here in this building. This will be his 11th pro fight here at Barclays Center. Now, he's Poland born, but he was Brooklyn bred and raised. Babyface, Adam Kownacki. And then we begin the broadcast with a high stakes matchup at 140 pounds. And I say high stakes because the winner believes that a title shot with a victory is on the horizon. Rances Barthelemy, former 2-division world champion and on a quest to become the first Cuban 3-division world champion. He takes on the unbeaten former Olympian, the power-punching and youngest of that Russell family dynasty of fighters, Gary Antuanne Russell. This entire event is brought to you by Premier Boxing Champions. It is being promoted by one of the best in TGB Promotions. Tickets going fast for this event on Saturday. You better get them now. And you can get them at SeatGeek.com. You can get them at BarclaysCenter.com. They're also available for purchase right here at the American Express box office here at Barclays Center. We're going to talk to all of the fighters here, talk about their fights. But first, let me bring here to the podium the president, the GM of SHOWTIME Sports, Stephen Espinoza.
Thank you, Brian. Showtime's first half of the boxing year from January 1 to now has been one of the best and most comprehensive in recent history. 14 total shows with big knockouts, legacy-making fights, big upsets, star-making performances. This Saturday will be show number 15, and we are just now at the end of July. So once again, Showtime is doing fights both in quantity and quality that are setting the bar for the rest of the industry. With respect to this card itself, I'm about as excited for this card as any as we've done recently. And why is that? Top to bottom, we've got great storylines. We've got named fighters, popular, fan-friendly fighters, high stakes. And it's not just the fights on Showtime. I mean, we have in the prelim stream, we have Sergey Derevyanchenko, we have Vito Melnicki, we've got Junior Munin, on the off-TV card as well. We've got quality top to bottom on this card. But headlining the card, of course, is Danny Garcia. Having Danny back is good for Barclays, and it's good for Showtime, and most of all, it's good for boxing. We all know by this point who Danny is. He fears no one. He hesitates to take no fights. He'll fight everybody and anybody, and he's proven that. That's just the way that Danny and Angel go about their career. Danny's 9th fight at Barclays, 9th at Showtime. He's at home here just like we are. 14 of Danny's last 19 opponents have been world champions. Think about that again. 14 of his last 19. Among his opponents, Zab Judah, Amir Khan, Lamont Peterson, Paulie Malignaggi, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Errol Spence. It's literally the best in the division during this era. 39 fights, 15 current or current or former world champions. He's gone 12-3 against world champions in his career. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a Hall of Fame resume to me. But obviously he's not done. We're thrilled to have him back. When we look at his career, his 3 losses have come to the best in the division. And a round or 2 here or there, we could be talking about an undefeated fighter. Won 5 rounds on 2 of the cards against Sean Porter. Against Keith Thurman, he won 7 rounds on 1 card and 5 on another. So it's not an exaggeration to say that another round or 2 either way. And we're talking about an undefeated Danny Garcia, who is probably, unquestionably, the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the sport. But having said that, here he is after a layoff, going for another title at super welterweight. Against José Benavídez Jr. José has got very impressive credentials of his own, 27-1-1, 18 KOs. Only loss to one of the pound-for-pound greats in Terrence Crawford. Benavídez was an amateur prodigy, 11-time national champion. And when he was 16 years old, one of the youngest to ever win national Golden Gloves title. So we've got 2 guys with great resumes, but at the end of the day, none of that matters when the bell rings. And what we're going to have, I promise you, is an all-action fight, because neither one of these guys knows how to take a step backwards. In the co-feature, we will see the return of Adam Kownacki to Barclays. As Brian said, this is his home, 11 pro bouts here at Barclays. If you've never been to an Adam Kownacki fight at Barclays Center, you're in for a treat. It's one of the best atmospheres in boxing. The following that Adam has built, look, it is something to behold. He brings out the Polish fans from throughout the tri-state area. It is a great, great atmosphere. But you cannot overlook the former Turkish Olympian, Ali Eren Demirezen. He is a tough competitor. You may not know his name, but he is a dangerous opponent. Opening the telecast, Gary Antuanne Russell. Before we get into it again, we'd like to express our condolences to Gary Antuanne, to Gary Jr. and the entire Russell family. loss of their father. So it's been a big part of all of their careers. Gary Antuanne's now trained by his older brother, Gary Jr., and he is one of the few undefeated ranked fighters who have won all of their fights by knockouts. Of the ranked fighters, only 4 in boxing have won all of their wins by knockout. And for my money, in my opinion, Gary Antuanne is probably the most underrated fighter in his division. Again, if you haven't seen a Gary Antuanne Russell fight, you're in for a treat. But his opponent, Rances Barthelemy, has obviously got his own credentials, a 2-division world champion, experienced, skilled, and excellent technical fighter, trying to become the first Cuban fighter to win titles in 3 divisions. The action on Showtime Championship Boxing kicks off at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. The streaming portion of the card will kick off at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And again, that is Sergey Derevyanchenko and Josh Conley and Vito Malnicki Jr. versus a very tough Jimmy Williams. That's on the Showtime Sports YouTube channel and Facebook page. For this card, I recommend that you guys do what I'm going to do, and that's to get there early. Every fight on the card is worthwhile. Even the very first fight on the card is a can't miss. At 5 p.m., it's a welterweight fight between LaShawn Rodriguez with a record of 13-0 KOs and 10 KOs, and Ismael Birria, 11-0, 7 KOs. That's the opening fight. It's a great opening fight at 5 p.m. Worth showing up early for and stay for the whole card. We'll see you Saturday night.
Thanks, Stephen. As he mentioned, there's going to be some undercard fights. You can see them on our Showtime Sports YouTube channel. Certainly want to check those out at 7 o'clock Eastern. And fighting there is a young man who's to my right or left, Vito Malnicki Jr. He'll be taking on Jimmy Williams. Vito, of course, from Jersey. Vito, if you would, let the people know, what does it mean to you fighting on this card, fighting here in Brooklyn, so close to home?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to thank Ali Eren for giving me this opportunity, fighting on this big platform. It's my first time fighting in Brooklyn. I'm excited. I'm excited to put on a dominant performance for everyone. We had a great 8-week camp. I want to thank my team, Coach Chino Ribas, getting me well prepared for this fight. We're just ready to put on a show for everyone, so everyone get there early, get your tickets, and tune in.
And what should they expect when you take on Jimmy?
Expect fireworks, expect a dominant performance. I'm an elusive, explosive fighter, and expect to see that this Saturday night.
That, of course, you'll see on that Showtime Sports YouTube channel. Comes your way 7 o'clock Eastern, so make sure you check that out. Then we get to the broadcast, 9 o'clock Eastern here on Showtime Championship Boxing, here from Barclays Center. Rances Barthelemy, 29-1-1, 15 knockouts. This man was a world champion at 130 pounds, 135 pounds. Rances, you've made it no secret. You want to become the first Cuban to win world titles in 3 different weight divisions. How important then is this fight against this unbeaten, raging bull in the 140-pound division?
Bueno, Rances, no hay ningún secreto. Vos querés ser el primer cubano en ganar títulos mundiales en 3 divisiones distintas, pero tenés un desafío muy grande frente a ti. Entonces, ¿qué tan grande crees que es este desafío contra alguien como Gary Antuanne Russell?
Bueno, primero que todo quiero darle la bienvenida y las gracias a todos los presentes aquí. Darle las gracias a Dios, a él, a BBC, a Espinosa, que usualmente me puedo sentar más al lado de él. Nada, eso es un sueño que tengo yo de hace mucho tiempo, después que logré mi segundo título, ¿no? Y entonces me entró esa concubina y es algo que no me ha dejado. Estuve tan cerca cuando perdí esa pelea en 2018 de la revancha contra Rey, que me arrebató el título y me arrebató el sueño de momento. Pero nada, después hay un dicho que dice que el nombre no se mide por las veces que se gana, sino por las que se levante. Y agradecer nuevamente a Dios y a la cosa de tenerme aquí y poder estar disfrutando de estar en la vida y el camino para disfrutar de ese sueño tan anhelado que tengo.
Well, first of all, thank you to everyone who's here. Thank you to Heyman, to BBC, to Showtime, to Steven, who's right here next to me. And, you know, it's definitely a goal that I've had for a long time, ever since I got that second belt. But that dream was snatched away from me in 2018 during that rematch where I lost and the dream kind of went away for a while. But now I'm here and I thank God for this opportunity and I'm ready to show that I'm capable of winning this fight for all the Cubans and everyone that, you know, wants to see me fight on Saturday night.
He'll be taking on Gary Antuanne Russell, 15-0. None of his opponents have made it to the final bell. Gary Antuanne, you heard Steven, first of all, again, our condolences on the death of your father. You heard Steven talk about that, but this is also the first fight since the death of your father. I remember when he was having his health issues and your brother Antonio was fighting. And after that fight, he said, I'm not going to lie to you guys, it affected me, and it affected my performance. Considering what you've had to go through this camp, do you think it will have any effect on your performance Saturday night?
I think so. For the good, though, I think it'll be a benefactor. It got me more tunnel vision. That support system that I once had isn't there, you know, but he instilled us all with a lot of tools and information that will keep us going. Now that he's not there, I think it's making me more focused and focusing on the things that he did teach us. You know, being more tunnel vision on the things that he wanted us to get to. We all had that initial goal as a family. Me, Mr. Gary Russell, Gary Allen Russell, all of the Russells, including my father. My father gave us the blueprint. We just trying to strive to keep going, you know, fulfill that plan. Francis Barthelemy, I'm pretty sure he want to make some things happen for his country. That he got to go. I got to go too. At the end of the day, this is a game with his will versus my will. You know, his goal versus my goal. Saturday, the 30th, like I said, Barclays Center is going to be open. Don't beat me there, beat me there. You know, I'm ready to put on the show. I've been training. I've been going back and forth in my mind about the things I got to do. And right now, all I'm focusing on is getting through this fight game. And that's one of the things that I definitely got to do to move on to this next mission. We're drawing lines as we go forward. You know, once we get past this point, draw a line, keep moving. That's that.
Fantastic. Rances, tell the people why you're so confident to do something in this fight that no one else has. Not only beat Russell, but in your words, stop him. You said at the media workout quote, I'm sitting on my punches. He needs to be wary of my power. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Don't be surprised if I knock him out.
Rances, dijiste que lo querés noquear a Russell, que no solo vas a ser alguien que va a subir al ring, sino que lo vas a detener. ¿Qué tenés para decir a la gente para que sepa lo que vos vas a hacer en esta pelea?
Bueno, nada, he visto las cualidades de Gary Russell. Es un hombre que viene, que inviste mucho a sus rivales, lo hemos estudiado. Hemos tomado las medidas correctas en base a eso, a sus características, y he visto que creo que, como dice ese dicho bien famoso de boxeo, estilo hace pelea, y creo que los estilos encajan, y creo que vamos a dar una gran pelea muy interesante en la noche del sábado.
Styles make fights, you know, and we're definitely going to give the people what they want, which is an interesting, stellar, spectacular fight. And I know what Russell is all about. I know that he has his virtues, how he's undefeated, but at the same time, I believe in myself, and I know that I can do what I want to do on Saturday night.
I have to.
Gary Antuanne, yeah, I was going to say, give me your response, because listen, will the streak go to 16 on Saturday?
You know, man. You know, we're going to keep going. He's going to have to do his best. He's going don't have to do it. If he had a layoff, I ain't laid off yet. I've been grinding. I'm pretty sure he's been training, but is it the training that he needs to get through me? You know, he's gonna have to. Better break his A game.
Dice que, bueno, ahora se está entrenando, pero ¿acaso es el entrenamiento que necesitas para ganarle a él? Vas a tener que estar a tu mejor nivel, simplemente para derrotarlo. ¿Qué tenés para decir sobre eso?
No, para eso me he sacrificado, lo he dejado en NASA.
I can guarantee that's why I'm trained to fight you. I have left it all inside the gym and I'm ready to show what I'm capable of.
Folks, I'm telling you, this is what's going to set the table on Saturday night. We got an unbeaten fighter taking on former world champion. Then we get to the co-main. Everyone loves heavyweights. We got two power-punching heavyweights in the co-main. Adam Kownacki, babyface, 20-2, 15 knockouts, 5 of his last 6 fights right here at Barclays Center. And Adam, you know, you're coming off back-to-back losses. You said this is the most important fight of my career. So what does it mean then to have this fight right here in this building where you've had so much success?
It's everything, you know. I can't wait to be back here on Saturday. I'm focused. I found it important to buy a ticket until a couple days ago. I was like, oh snap, I didn't have my ticket. I'm so focused on this fight. So can't wait to show myself on July 30th, get a knockout, and go to my family and football.
Ali Eren, how tough of a challenge will Saturday be fighting against a guy who believes, as he just talked about, his career's on the line, and he's doing it basically in his hometown in an arena where he's had a lot of success?
So, Ali şöyle soruyor burada. Daha önce çok dövüş yapmış, başarılarını imza atmış. Fakat 2 senedir kötü giden bir kariyer var. Bunu düzeltmek için burada başarılı olduğu yerde bunun hakkında ne düşünüyorsun, ne hissediyorsun bu seni? Yani zorlayıcı bir his veriyor mu sana?
İlk önce hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Amerika'da ve New York'ta olduğundan dolayı çok mutluyum. Rakibim tecrübeli bir rakip, güçlü bir rakip ama tabii ki son 2 maçını kaybetmiş olabilir. Toparlanmak isteyecek, kimse düşmek istemez. Önemli olan o düştüğü yerden kalkmak ister ama benim tek hedefim buna fırsat vermemek. Bu maçı kazanmak için buraya geldim. İnşallah da kazanacağım.
First of all, welcome everyone. I'm so happy to be in New York, in the US. I understand he's an experienced fighter, and I understand he lost his last 2 fights, and his fight is on his career is on the line now. But unfortunately, I'm here to win as well, and I hope I'm not going to give him a chance.
Ali Eren, you won 5 straight fights. You also told the media, I didn't come here to play, I came here to win. Tell them what they can expect out of you Saturday night.
Ali, daha önce buraya oynamaya gelmedim, kazanmaya geldim, dövüşmeye geldim demişsin sosyal medyada. Buradan beklentisi olanlara ne demek istersin, ne görecekler bu gece?
Dediğim gibi buraya dövüşmeye değil, savaşmaya geldim. 2 büyük savaşçı var. SHOWTIME'da boks severler bizi seyretsin.
So, I'm here actually not to fight, I'm here for war. So, I'm expecting any boxing fans watch this fight. It's going to be a war.
I should say that. I don't play here to go to war, so...
Adam, you heard him. He said, look, he came here for war. You said at the media workout, throw your last 2 fights out the window. You're going back to being the old Adam Kownacki. What does that mean? What should we expect Saturday night?
Broken records. Trying to beat my record had with Chris about most punches thrown. And yeah, I'm going to fight, man. So he says it's war. Welcome to Brooklyn.
That's the co-main. And now we get to the main event. 2 guys looking to put their stamp on the 154-pound division. 2 guys new to the 154-pound division. Danny Swift García, 36-3. He's got 21 knockouts. bring to the podium, folks, fights out of that fighting city of Philadelphia, PA, Danny Garcia.
First of all, I want to thank God. You know, without him, none of this would be possible. I want to thank Al Heyman, Team Garcia, my dad, Showtime Boxing, and everyone who made this event possible. And the media, thank the media for coming out. But you know, it's been 19 months since I've been in the ring, and I just been enjoying my life in and out the ring. You know, spending time with my family. You know, traveling, doing different things out the ring, but still staying in the gym. You know, during that 19-month layoff, I was still in the gym. I trained with Primetime in Miami. I trained with Cool Boy Steph in Philly. You know, so I've been staying in the gym, staying running, between having fun and listen. It don't even feel like it's 19 months. It feels like, to be honest, it feels like I never left. I had a tremendous training camp in Philly. Sparred hundreds of rounds, ran hundreds of miles, did everything we were supposed to do, did conditioning, and my body feels great. My body feels great. I knew after the layoff that I was going to come up to 154 pounds, so I just let my body get bigger. I built more muscle. My mind is good, mentally, physically. I think that's the most important thing for me in this part of my career, is just being mentally focused and physically strong. So I feel like once Danny Garcia is mentally and physically strong, that, you know, no one can touch him. And I proved that before. I had a great camp, you know, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to be back at the Barclays Center for my 9th time. I'm looking to break some more records here. I didn't even know Adam fought 11 times. I thought I was the most, so guess we got a sparring match. But I'm excited, man, to be on the card with all the young fighters, Vito, Gary Russell. Man, it's just tremendous. I just can't wait. The Danny Garcia show is back. Like I said, I fought 15 world champions. Steven, I didn't even know I fought that many world champions. Thank you. I got the chills listening to that. It motivated me more. So I definitely feel good. Come Saturday night, it's going to be the Danny Garcia show again. I appreciate everybody coming out, and if you didn't get your tickets, make sure you watch it on Showtime, because it's the Danny Garcia show.
All I have in this world is my balls and my work. I don't break them for no one, understand me?
And his opponent, José Benavídez Jr. 27-1. He's got 18 knockouts as well. Talk about power punching. José Benavídez Jr.
How's it going, everyone? First off, I want to thank God. You know, I want to thank Al Heyman, Danny Garcia's team for giving us opportunity. You know, my team, just everyone out there that's been supporting us. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I feel ready. I feel strong. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be in the mix. You know, I'm happy to fight in this big arena. I'm ready to show the world. 154. I'm the one at 154.
Gentlemen, let's talk about the fight. Jose, I'll start with you. And I flat out love your confidence. Media workout. You said, I'm going to show Danny Garcia he chose the wrong guy and has no business in the junior middleweight division. Explain that to us.
Just how I said. I'm a bigger guy than 54. I'm confident, I'm strong, and I'm ready. I'm ready to show everybody that this is new and improve me. 54, nobody's gonna touch me.
Of course, Jose, trained by your father, Jose Sr. Jose Sr., question for you. You said Jose's not only have to win Saturday, but it's imperative that he looks spectacular against Danny Garcia. Tell us why.
Well, first of all, I want to thank all the fans here, the media, Showtime, Ali Eren Demirezen for this great opportunity to so Drew can show his talent. And, you know, he has to look impressive in order to go to the next level. I want to thank also Team Garcia for giving us the opportunity to fight Danny. We're fighting a monster, man. We're fighting one of the best champions at this moment, but that motivated us a little bit more to show the world. Once Junior beats Danny Garcia, he'll be in the top, and a lot of opportunities will come. I feel that he's doing much better. He's more focused, mature a lot. He has had 2 granddaughters now, three granddaughters, and he's super motivated, and it makes me feel comfortable and more secure that we are going to have a good fight Saturday. There's going to be fireworks, and I mean, we have to look impressive, like I said, you know, in order to go to the next level.
Say something like that. I don't have to look impressive. I'm gonna look what I am. I'm a beast, and that's what I'm gonna show come Saturday, July 30th. It's easy to say these things, we have to do this, we have to do that. But at the end of the day, I know what my talent is, and it's gonna be easy.
Danny, first off, it's been a long time. Tell us why you're back. Tell us why 154. Tell us why Barkley is in.
Well, it feels good to be back, first of all. And I'm back because I love boxing. I love to fight. This is what I do. I'm a fighter, just like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. They love making millions and they're 90 years old or whatever, 60 years old. I love boxing. This is what I do. And I'm excited. I knew once I took that break and I came back, I would come back at 154. And a lot of people don't know, like, I squeeze my body down to get to 140 and 147, so I'm a naturally big guy. And a lot of people think I'm smaller because I fall into small weight classes, but I think they're going to be surprised on Saturday night how strong I am.
And that's why 154?
Yeah, definitely, 154, and I want to chase a new dream. I want to chase a new dream. I want to be a 3-division world champion. I know what I got to take. I know what it takes. I got the skill, I got the will, and I proved that I belong here. And I'm not going to let no one take it away from me.
You heard Jose. Say he's a bigger guy, bigger puncher, and it's going to be easy. Your response?
Nothing ever comes easy against Danny Garcia. You know, don't try too hard, because you might knock yourself out, so take it easy.
Of course, Danny's trained by his father as well. Got Angel Garcia. Angel, your thoughts on what we should expect Saturday night and Danny Garcia at 154?
Well, first of all, I want to thank God, Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior. Without him is none of this. First of all, we're going in there with the power of God. That's the only man we fear. That's it. We don't fear nobody, like you said. You guys, Eric Gomez, Robert Diaz on Golden Boy, when we was on Golden Boy for 5 years, we never turned nobody down, ever. Ever. And we never picked a scratch. So ain't nothing new to us. And he ain't a bigger man. He only like 1 inch bigger than Danny. That's it. What's up with that? Like when you eye to eye, you're the same size. Doesn't matter. When you eye to eye, you're the same size. Big dog, listen.
I'll show you the big dog.
Listen,
I'm gonna show you guys. You know, I don't have to say much. I don't have to say much. You know, I'm gonna let my fist do the talking, right?
Exactly. So then underestimate the bad guys.
Nobody's underestimating. I told you guys, you know, I
listen,
you don't have no skills, Papa. Okay, you guys don't.
You don't have no skills, Papa.
You're good at it.
I see you in your
video. Okay, don't matter. You guys don't have to fucking important.
Listen, call you champ. Listen, champ.
Look, check this out. Champ, enough of talking, and let's do the final shot.
26. What about everybody know about? Nobody knows about. Okay. We ready. July 30th on Showtime. Don't forget the Danny Garcia show, the greatest show on earth. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Danny Garcia show, the greatest show on earth. Man, that's right. We in Philly, baby. Listen, we from Philly, baby. Listen, you want to be a champion?
I'm from Phoenix. I'm from Phoenix.
You live in Philly. I'm from Phoenix. You be a champion.
Got it.
Salam alaikum.
So we'll finish with this. They're expecting Saturday night, Jose, what can you guarantee us that they are going to get when you two step into the ring on Saturday night?
It'll be a good fight. It's going to be a fireworks. Like I said, I respect Danny Garcia's dad just talks too much. Danny Garcia, you know, he's a good fighter. Nothing against him.
He's a great fighter, not a good fighter, a great fighter. 14 undefeated, 14 champion to his belt. Okay, defending his title 10 times. You can win a title defending. Guys are winning, they lose it the next time they defend it. That tells you a lot. We don't have, it's always talking about amateur fight when we're here. You're not the one gonna fight. International. Listen, they're ready to take the amateurs away with so much goddamn cheating. It's not even cheating, it's corruption. God bless America. God bless America.
Grab the mic right there. Go ahead.
We're in war right now.
No,
we're not.
I respect their team, you know, and I thank them for opportunity. Let's just let the visitors talk.
Fantastic. Danny?
Told y'all not to give him the mic.
Danny, we'll finish it with you. Same question. For the 1,000, they're expecting a good 15,000 people up here at Barclays Center. Millions watching this fight. What can you guarantee us that we're going to get when you two step in the ring Saturday night?
You know, I'm going to go out there and have fun. Do what I do best in the fight. Find a way. That's what I always do. Do what I do. Same thing you always say. Danny Garcia going there, great show, great fight, and get this W.
And what's the message that you send into the 154-pound division? Because it is going to be your first fight at this weight. What's the message you send them Saturday night?
You know what show we here. We here. We ain't going nowhere.
Jose, same thing to you. Message you send in the 154-pound division.
They're going to see it. They're see them. Like I said, I'm not going to say much.
Champ, don't matters. 54, 60, 40, 47. Come on, Champ.
I got it, Andrew.
How many fights you had again?
That is what we've got here, folks. And it all goes down Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern. Showtime Championship Boxing. Danny Garcia, Jose Benavídez.
The Danny Garcia Show. Don't forget the greatest show in earth.
Make sure to tune in, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, we're going to face off, right? Let's get some faces off. We're going to face off the fighters. Appreciate everybody watching.
Showtime for 5, guys. Yeah, make it 5.